We're jumping right into it. Little bit of hard point on some red card. You know the rules. Reactions only. Live reactions only. Let's do it. Okay. Really good discipline there. All right, so let's stop there for a second. Oh, okay. So we're playing Eries. Yeah, because it's the, new season. The season has restarted. I can understand that. Now, I like the route here, first of all, going outside and watching hedges. Okay? And that because it's a powerful position. And then I love this play of not focusing in the middle, even though you know that the hill is contested. When you start taking some shots, you slide here for cover. You know that the hill's contested, and obviously we need inside control, but nonetheless, you're still focusing on outside hedge control, so great discipline here. We get 2 guys here, it looks like, and then we eventually get cleaned up. But yeah, we get 2, and then we get cleaned up, but you did your job here, and that's all that matters. 3, and then now we know that last one is in the window. Yeah. So we have the hill, and we know that they're spawning diner. So you're in a great position right now. Let's see how you play this. Window's dead. That's 3. Right, let's look at the kill feed. Yeah, they could, good read. They could be spawning like split, where some are spawning diner and some are spawning back eskies. They're probably spawning back eskies because your teammates pushed up and we left a lot of space. And if they're spawning like back garage, that is a lot of space that we just left for them to flip. Good read, good try. Okay, so we are spawning. Okay. Beautiful read. Good read on the parallel there because you're spawning diner. And your teammate and that enemy are over there. So you know that they are unlikely to go over there. So you look to your right. So good read on the parallel here. And I remember your rewind video. You also had good parallel knowledge as well on rewind. So great job. Now they're going to be spawning. Oh, they're spawning in the back actually. Yeah, so you guys have good spawns. They're spawning in the back where you can trap them now. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to stop you here. You're tweaking a little bit. It's okay to chill out. If you die, you die. Your teammates did not do their job and protect you. But we also have 2 guys on the hill right now, which is unnecessary. Oh, it looks like he's getting out. Yeah, okay, so now you're the only one on the hill, but you are kind of tweaking a little bit, and you're lucky that you didn't die, but 1 bullet here could have killed you and kind of screwed the entire setup up. So, like right here, we're kind of frantic. We're moving around a lot. We get 3 dead, but just chill out. You know? Good cleanup. Okay, now we need to think about rotating. This guy's got you pinned. But now we need to think about rotating at like that 15-second mark. Great job. I don't mind that play. I don't mind that play slowing down or like turning around to try and slow them down on their way to P3. I don't mind that play. And now you get a perfect spawn to keep on doing that, to do just that. Yeah, so I was just gonna say, watch hedges here. I know that guy killed you and he was like on time, but hedges is going to be a very common route because you know that they're either going to, you know that if they're not spawning mid inside, right, inside the building, they're going to want to go that way and they're going to want to go hedges because then that gives them all the areas to like flank down escalators and get behind you guys from garage, maybe go down the stairs, and then also they have guys that are flooding through the front from outside. So hedges and watching around that area is going to be much more likely. Maybe put your back to the wall and get behind this car and watch in front of you. So like here, I wouldn't play for this guy time. He's not doing anything. Watch hedges. Because when it's time to rotate, both for you guys and the enemies, you know that the enemies are rotating just as often, or just that, you know, they know to rotate just as importantly. So make sure that you're slowing down their rotation as well on the way from the old hill to the new one. We have 2. We're spawning in the garage. Beautiful cleanup. Nice kill. Now they all have to be front. Good stun. You have a trophy as well. Okay. I don't hate that. You did your job. Ooh, nice kill. Okay, so right now your teammates are spawning split. Your teammates flipped, and now they're spawning like behind your enemies, and maybe that's how you guys got 2 dead. So you can also set up a pinch right now because you're missing 2. Unless those guys already died. Maybe they already died. You got 1. Right. And then there's 2 more. Okay, so you're looking for about 1. Yeah, and then they're definitely spawning garage because your teammates flipped, right? So right here, your teammates flip. So now get on time and then look towards garage and then tell your teammates to watch alley. That's another thing. If you have a mic and you can read the spawns and you can read the map and you know what's happening, tell that to your teammates because it's not guaranteed that your teammates know what's going on, right? So if we see that we're spawning flip and now your teammates just killed those guys from behind and we were lucky to get that, now tell your teammates, if we have like 3 dead, 4 dead, right? Get on time and then tell your teammates, okay, someone watch stairs and then someone watch my right on the outside, right? That's what you need to do, is like, you know, kind of be an IGL, an in-game leader, and tell your teammates what to do. Yeah, not a bad play. Personally, I would have rotated because P4 is a money hill. Okay, this is an interesting route. Okay, you're going deep, deep. I like this play. Okay, no one's going to be here, so no one's going to hear you, but I'm just being picky. So now here, they're going to be here, they're going to be hedges. Yep. Okay, that's unfortunate. We have 3 dead. Just, you need to play slow here. You're the last one up. Okay. I would have liked to see you play slow there and play your life, so that way you can set up a pinch.
Given up the lead.
Bro, are you gonna move?
Alright.
Move!
So teammates starting to rage. I'm assuming you're solo queue this game. That has to be. Yeah, you know, you're solo queue unless you have your people in your party as the same color. But so right here, I don't like this play. Just focus on your hedges, and you can communicate to your teammates. Like, I have all of hedges. You know, don't look at hedges, right? And then maybe ping the hill so your teammates know to push it. And you have all of hedges right now.
Bro, are you gonna move?
Yeah, we got to rotate. We already have someone on new.
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Wow. Okay, that was really lucky. We have a pinch. They have to be mid or they're behind you. Yep, they're mid. Now they're going to be spawning diamond. Uh-oh. Okay, that's unlucky. Yeah, so, you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to be picky.
Hostiles have the hard point.
I would have just said hold your grenade there, but you know, I can't blame you for that. All right, so here, I liked what you were doing. Take a route here. Take a route, because now you have the bad spawns and you're spawning garage, okay? And it's super easy to get pinched back here in this hallway. Take a route. You have to take a route, otherwise you're just going to get beamed off spawn over and over and over again. Even if you're stair glitching like your teammate there. You have to take a route. I mean, at this point, the best thing we can do at this point is just keep the enemies off the hill so they're not gaining time. But see, like our teammate here who's taking a route, that's not really, who's like actively trying to flank, that's not helping anybody. You know, like we can't be taking routes here when there's like 10 seconds left. We need to make sure that they're off time and then just set up for new. Right? That's just as effective. Okay, now we need to go P1. We already need to be P1. So I liked this play at first if you were going to go cut them off and get behind them. But unfortunately someone was there, so you got a little bit unlucky.
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Ooh, good route. Okay, so you know they're spawning on your right. You know they're eskies. So now you need to watch right side of hedges.
Locked down.
Yep. Okay, maybe not. Maybe that guy just went inside. He didn't go hedges.
Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point is secure.
Okay, good try. Again, I think you're just a little bit, not by much, but I think you're tweaking a little bit. Like, it would have been fine to look this way, right, and just hold this.
Hard point is secure.
Now, granted, you get this guy, but I mean, it's a good job layering for the hill, making sure that you're watching anybody who spawns diner and then pushes out of those doors, but
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
I don't hate that play. That wasn't bad. There's not much you can do. Okay.
Hard point identified. Hard point active. Hard point locked down.
So, real quick, I just want to say this. It looks like you're getting caught reloading a lot. You're getting caught reloading and using equipment quite a lot. I don't like to use either unless I know that I'm absolutely safe. Like right here, that guy wasn't even dead, and he could have kept on either shooting and tried to wallbang you, or he could have tried to like pre-fire past the window if you wanted to like poke back out and rechow, which you did. And you're lucky that he didn't pre-fire. So like this, you know, I mean, you did get hit, but you didn't die, and then now you're reloading, and that's not the first time that's happened. So I would say, I know it might sound like weird, but excuse me, sorry, I sneezed. I would say that's a little bit of a timing issue. I would just make sure that you're using equipment and you're reloading unless you know when you know you're absolutely safe to do so. Like it's probably pretty likely that, you know, someone's going to be there. Maybe I'm just looking back on things in hindsight, but right, you have some guy here. And then if you were to keep on going that route, you would have been visible to the people on, like, if anyone's watching hedges or if anyone's looking inside, you could get shot from the window, or that same guy could come around. So and you would have been there reloading. So just like, you know, try and work on timing a little bit.
Point active. Hard point locked down.
I'm not trying to be too picky, but it has happened a couple times now. Yeah, good route. That's 2 dead. Okay, so here, push up. Right? Push up. you had no one in front of you stage, and you could have at least played this spot right here as almost like a cheeky little off angle and watched anybody hedges. And sure enough, your teammates died. 2 of them died from somebody hedges. So either go here or commit to it and go stage. That's a little bit of a more ballsy play. But like right here, maybe around here where A-bomb is for S&D, you could have watched hedges for your teammate just as like a, like I said, a cruddy little spot, where they're not expecting you to be. You're kind of hanging back here. You didn't commit to the route, and now you're like doubling back. See, we have 3 dead, so now you need to play slow. Good kill. But don't hesitate to push up and take space and get into a power position, right? Or like a good spot to beam people where you know they're going to be. Oh my god. I was gonna say, if you get this kill, oh my god, that guy just got shit on. Ripped off a heady too. Alright, awesome shots. We need to rotate now. Yeah. So one thing I will say is I can definitely tell you're probably gonna carry your team. I mean, that much is pretty obvious to me. It looks like you're being the main slayer and also you're playing objective heavy. You get these games. As a solo queue, you get these games where it's pretty much nothing you can do. And as a coach, I wish I could say that there's something that you can do, but sometimes there's nothing you can do. The most you can do is just slow the bleeding, right? Make sure that they don't win by too much. Make sure that you're still doing, the job for your team. You're still in this. You're still 20 points down, so it's still possible. Good kill. Your teammates are all spawning back. Good job finessing. Yeah, good job staying up there. Your teammates are just constantly getting cleaned up. Good job. Beautiful shots. Now wait. Oh my god. Okay, wow. Like I said, I can tell you're going to be the hard carry this game, and I can already tell just off of how you're playing, you're probably going to be the best player on the team, and this is going to be one of those losses where there's not much you can do. I hate to say it, and, you might not want to hear it, but there's nothing you can do, especially if you're solo queue. This is just one that you're probably going to lose. See? Look at those stats. You're getting 3 pieces, 2 pieces, ripping people off heady. You already have a minute over time. On time, you have 28 kills and 1.7 KD. Yeah. I know it might sound crazy, but there's nothing you can do in these. If you can tell that you're fighting an uphill battle here. Yeah, I like this. So pinch top. Okay. We need to fly at that guy. So right here, as soon as he jumps out, or jumps behind cover, I would try and pull my pistol out and chow him. We did have a good opportunity there to make a huge pinch on some of the guys just flooding in through front time. If you were gonna maybe play that window, if you didn't die. It's all good. You gotta play new now. Big kill. And then they're spawning behind you. Yeah, that's weird. Oh, he didn't. He maybe just ran. Okay, we have 2 dead. And then the last one has to be under. Yeah, good read here. Cutting him off. So here you need to play slower now. Now you need to play slow because I like the aggressiveness trying to cut them off, right? But now that we have the info on them, they also have the info on us, right? You didn't get anyone with that stun, so you know they're not on the stairs, and you just saw them and shot at them. So you know that at least 2 of them saw you. So now you need to play slow and try and delay their push. So either go to the stairs and shoot them if they're just running into time like idiots, or just play your life here. And, you know, if someone maybe runs up the stairs, shoot them, maybe shoot at these guys and get them weak so they can't push, but pin these guys down. Make sure that they're not applying pressure on your teammates here. We don't need to chow here. I mean, especially there, because you're jumping right over the railing. You're jumping over the head glitch and the advantage that you have in that situation, right? And it looks like you don't really have your gun up. So now we're a little bit too aggressive, right? And then we kind of squandered the opportunity to get a really good pinch. You know, maybe like right here, run here, have your gun up, and then just play slow. And then if you don't see anybody, then you can jump out. But we already saw 2 people right here, you know?
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
2.
Hard point located.
Oh, wow.
Hard point is active.
Yep, you saw him.
Down.
Good kill. Okay, so let's look at the mini-map. We're on our way to the new hill. We're the only one that aren't there. We have our team right here. They're spawning garage. Okay? Our team is garage. And most likely the enemies are going to be diner. So we can set up a dirty, mean pinch right now. Okay, yeah, see, that's what I was afraid of. And then now you don't go behind them and you go ticket. Okay, so yeah, so I would have really liked to see you go diner there. And even though no one was there, right? Even though like only one person was there, you could have anchored spawns for the good side, because you do want to be spawning on diner for this P5 hill on rewind or our red card. You do want to be spawning diner. Yep. Good trophy. We need to stay down, play our life. We're looking for one. Good job watching flank, because you know no one's looking there. All right, oh, here we go.
Identified.
All right, yeah, we need to go new here.
Hard point is secure. Hard point is Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Okay, good shots.
Your tactics
So I'm gonna stop here. We have a lot of dead space, a lot of empty time right now, where it's like no one's here, right? Okay, you do have one guy in the window, but your teammates are getting trapped. Okay, you have one teammate back here who's making a play, who's maybe setting up a pinch, and you're up here. They've got you pinned down, and your teammates are trying to fight their way out of spawn. So a good strategy right now is to help them take space. You guys need to get space right now. It's still anyone's game, and they're on the hill right now. So it is your goal to help take space. Killing somebody here is good, but it's unlikely. So literally just take space. I would have hopped out and then tried to go ticket, or I was going to say go hedges, but there was somebody in that top window, which would have made it difficult. So I would have gone ticket here. You know? So, yeah, see, that guy kills your teammate. You would have had numbers on this guy, and you get him anyway, but we're not really doing anything. We need to take space now.
Your tactics are working.
So I do like the job of like playing your life up here, but you know, now like there's a difference between getting good kills and then kind of being a kill whore. Like right now, any kill that you get is a little bit useless. Like we need space on the map, especially at this level of the game where it's what 220 to 280, still kind of in it. It's a 30-point game. They're about to win. See, look, now we need to push up, and you recognize that, so that's good. You need to push up farther. You need to go hedges. Yeah.
Hostiles have the hard point.
Okay, we have 3 dead.
Hard point is secure.
Oh, what was that? Oh, I think you're getting shot by your teammate.
Hard point located.
I love this route.
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Okay, so that's
Hard point is active.
again where you didn't commit to the route. It was on the last time it happened. It was on this P2, right? When you kind of just hung behind this goal, and you didn't go to that corner that I was saying and watch hedges, and then your teammates died. Same thing here. I know they didn't spawn there, but you could have easily pinched back here and then made a play going all the way around, or you could have hit mid like really fast and then gone out this window. But you're kind of hesitating here.
Captured the
You know, like right here, you doubled back. Like it looks like you wanted to go this way,
hostiles have captured the hard
and then something caught your attention. So if we're gonna take a route, make sure that you take the route. Make sure that you hit it and you commit to it. Otherwise, there's no point in taking it because the timing that you would have gotten from taking the route is now completely ruined by like a 5-second hesitation. Does that make sense?
hard point.
So make sure that you hit it.
Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point is secure.
Good job getting hedge control. Good stun check too. Okay, that's the second time that's happened. If we're being picky, if we're being very, very picky, and especially since it looks like your teammates aren't really holding it down, let's just have the gun up earlier, right? Because right here, you kind of like just have the gun up, and you don't see anybody, so then you immediately put it down. Like boom, slide out, gun up, and then you have it down. But I would have held this iron the entire time because there very well could be people coming from behind that ambulance. You know what I mean?
Have the hard point.
Like I said, this is just me being picky because I think you're playing good COD right now, and you know this is one of those losses that you can't really do anything about. And then the same thing here. You kind of just slide out, and then there's no one there immediately, so then you de-scope. But I would have just held this because even if you don't see anybody immediately, there's probably going to be somebody who comes this way, who comes like down this alley and tries to jump onto your teammate who's on the hill. So don't you know, be so quick to de-scope. You know, just hold an iron. You know, that's your job as an AR, is to hold an iron and hold a lane. And you're doing a good job of that because you're looking at the mini-map and you can see what lanes are not being picked up, but make sure that you're holding it too.
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
See, like this. Now we got 2 guys. Now, I would have just stayed down here because when you shoot this guy and then you poke back out, if there is somebody here, let's say there wasn't somebody here, even if there wasn't somebody here, you're going to leave yourself open to getting shot at. But now that since there are 2 people here, we know that there are people that are able to shoot you because you slid out. So it's like a little bit of like positioning thing. I feel like that was too aggressive, I would say. It looks to me like, okay, wow, we have 4 dead. But it looks like to me like you're almost playing with an AR like how you play with a sub, right? Maybe you're new to playing AR, maybe you're trying to transition, but if one thing as an AR, if you're going to hold a lane, make sure that you're really holding it. And I'll touch more on that later if I can. Yeah, and then they spawn behind you. That's weird.
Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point active.
They're all going to be mid.
Point is secure.
They're all going to be mid. See, like right here, just have your gun up a little earlier, because if there was anybody on that bus, you'd be dead by now. Here they come. Hold it.
Secure. Hostiles have the hard point.
All right. Game's over. So, right off the bat, it looks like you're playing with an AR, almost like how you play with a sub. I don't know if you recently transitioned or you're trying to be better with an AR, but if you have an AR, slow down, like get to a power position or a head glitch and just watch something. Slow down and watch something. If there's no one there, go to another spot that's going to be very common for your enemies to go to, and then watch that. But when you're moving around, when you're tweaking, when you're just looking something, oh, no one's immediately there, and then you turn away, that's not really watching anything. That's not helping out your team. And to be fair, the same thing goes for playing with a sub. Like, even though you have a close range weapon, you can still shut down a lane for your team if you're just watching it. Like, you don't need to be so quick to give up on the route, or on the lane, I mean. So here, you did a good job, like just watching something, watching the front push. Like, this is exactly what your teammates need. Unfortunately, they go 2 dead. But, and then another thing is work on like timing. You know, don't reload, don't throw equipment at bad times, and then also don't be so quick to give up and, like I said, to unzoom or descope and then, you know, immediately try and look somewhere else. You kind of did that with the other play when you were on P4, and then you pinned that guy down. Okay, I can't find it, but you know what I'm talking about. You pinned that guy down and then you immediately slid to your left. That's not really helping anybody. Like, make sure that he can't chow out of that window, because that guy up in that window is a big reason why you guys can't push forward. Just play for him. You know, it's unlucky if there were 2 guys who were on your left who were going to kill you, but if that happens, then that happens. Then, you know, maybe you guys will flip spawns, and maybe you can set up a pinch. But if that happens, you know, just like, your teammates aren't doing their job, but it's just getting unlucky, and there's nothing you can do about that. And the last thing I would say is know when to play aggressive and know when to be passive. Know when to play your life and know when to hit a route. So twice you have not committed to a route. You tried to take it and then you didn't commit to it, right? And always set up a pinch. Always, especially during rotations, always set up a pinch to try and shoot your enemies from behind. Because helping your teammates get set up for the beginning of the hill is what's going to help you guys soak the majority of the time. So if you're going to hit a route, hit it and go all the way around. Your job should be to get behind all the enemies every single time. And then also, if you know that there are enemies there, like that one time when you kind of jumped out at that guy who was like ambulance, you were hedges, and then you jumped out at him when you saw that there were 2, know when to slow down, because now you know that you have 2 guys there. Shoot them, run away. Maybe re-challenge, you know, run back, re-challenge off the stairs, and then shoot them again. Maybe you get a kill, maybe you don't. But you're delaying their push, and you're helping your team nonetheless.